Welcome back to JoyNews Prime. And a panel constituted by the Chief Justice to look into a petition for the removal of the chairperson of the Electoral Commission, Charlotte Osei, has adjourned its proceedings to January next year. This was after the EC chairperson appeared before it on Monday. The appearance before the panel coincided with a formal request made by Madam Charlotte Osei in a letter to President Akufo-Addo for a copy of the petition for her removal. Now, last week, the Chief Justice of Akufo wrote to Charlotte Osei requesting her to respond to allegations made against her. However, in a response, the Chief Justice, Charlotte Osei, stated that she had not received a copy of the petition. Evans Mensah of our Political Desk joins me with more on this. Hello, Evans. Now, thanks for making time. Let's start off with this panel that has been constituted by the Chief Justice to look into the petition. What do we know about this panel and what do we know about their proceedings today?
So we know that it's going to be headed by Justice Benin, who is a Supreme Court judge, and there are four, we understand. We're going to have two other members who are not members of the judiciary, etc. In fact, we understand that Mr. Brapia, who is PLB board chair or something to that effect, is a member of that board. And in essence, today, they sat for the first time after the prima facie case was made against the EC chairperson. In other words, the Chief Justice had found, after the initial preliminary investigations from July to now, that the EC chairperson indeed has a case to answer. She's then gone ahead to put this committee together to now formally probe and call for hearings. And so all sides were invited today to appear before the committee. The chairperson herself was present, and the other petitioners were as well. We understand that the petitioners initially, there were 14 of them. Only two now representing the 14 formally in the formal proceedings, and these two, we understand, are drivers of the Electoral Commission, who has you have their names on the petition, and we also know that today the EC chairperson raised concerns about the fairness of the procedure and the fact that possibly the Chief Justice may be violating her constitutional legal rights. In fact, we have intercepted letters she's written to the President separately, and also to the Judicial Service separately, in which she makes these complaints. In fact, the letter she's written to the President, she's asking the President to furnish her with a copy of the petition against her, which is in itself strange, because the President forwarded the petition to the Chief Justice in July. So we are talking about, what, 4 months at least had passed since the petition was sent and the Chief Justice began the investigation. So 4 months after that, she's asking for a formal copy from the President.
So this was the other subject we're going to come to, the letters that she had written to the President. What is contained in these letters? So
she makes the point in the one particularly to the Judicial Service that that she, quote, "I have to this day not been furnished with a copy of the alleged petition." That's one of the claims she makes. Secondly, that after the President had forwarded the petition to the Chief Justice wrote to her asking her to respond if she had a response. She said she did that, but she has since not heard from the Chief Justice until reports emerged that the Chief Justice had in fact concluded her preliminary investigations and had made a prima facie case against her. So her point is, you've made a prima facie case against me, yet since I sent you my response, I have not heard from you. And so she's demanding a formal response to the response she gave to the Chief Justice, and that she will avail herself of the proceedings, but she will not sort of relinquish her constitutional legal rights.
No, there's something that just occurred to me. If she had actually responded to the Chief Justice, on what basis did she respond to the Chief Justice if she had not seen the petition?
Yeah, I mean, so let me read to you what she said herself in the letter she wrote to the Judicial Service. It says, by letter dated 13th day of August, Her Ladyship the Chief Justice informed me that His Excellency the President of the Republic of Ghana had referred the said petition to Her Ladyship to determine whether or not there is a prima facie case raised by the petition pursuant to Article 1463, for which reason she requested a written response, if any, from me to the allegations contained, and this is a part that's important, contained in the petition, into bracket, not the petition itself. So the point she's making here is...
So the Chief Justice probably indicated the allegations,
yes,
without giving her a copy of the petition.
That's
right?
what she's saying. So that's why she's now asking for the petition, that she wants a copy of the petition formally to be given to her 4 months after the process started. And then she's indicated that she will not relinquish her constitutional and legal rights, and that she believes that although she will respect the processes, she will not relinquish those constitutional and legal rights. And
I would want to believe, I'm not sure, but I would want to believe that if she appeared before the panel today, then it's possible that she probably would have made a formal request for the petition.
We understand that happened.
Okay.
And that our sources also tell us that it appears it's true that a few things happened. She, in fact, has not been given a formal copy of the original petition, and that she was not written to formally communicating to her that a prima facie case has been made against her, and the basis for that prima facie case being made against her. And that since her response to the Chief Justice's invitation, it's also true that we hear that she's not received a formal response from the Chief Justice to her written submissions onto the prima facie.
On what basis would she have then appeared before the panel today?
As she said in a letter to the... In spite of the concerns she has, she had indicated that she would still respect the process.
No, because you had indicated earlier, through communication that we have, that she wasn't formally communicated to the prima facie case had been made against her. But I want to believe that...
She was written to inviting her to appear. So again, one of the concerns that we've heard that was raised today at the meeting was that she was not also told prior to today the composition of the committee that was set up today. And the concern there for those close to her is that if you didn't tell us who the members of the committee are, then we cannot raise an issue, if we indeed have one, about the legitimacy of the individuals on the committee. And that's another question that had come up. And so, well, it's very clear from all that we've seen that she's ready to fight this. Yeah. And Samson Ladayini, a lawyer who has gone through this process before, had indicated that there's a reason why she should write to the president again, 4 months down the line, and send that same letter, in essence, to the Chief Justice, asking for the official copies, because she wants to compare what petition from the president and what indeed the Chief Justice acted on. Are the differences in there, or are they the same? Then maybe she can decide what next to do.
Thank you very much, Evan Spencer. Evan Spencer is with our political desk here at JoyNews. Now, JoyNews is Maxwell Agbagba was at the Electoral Commission earlier in the day and made these observations.
The usual hustle and bustle here at the Electoral Commission is conspicuously missing here. That is expected many months after the elections. We were on the premises of the Electoral Commission to find out from some of the workers there how they are going about their duties on the first day that the Electoral Commissioner, together with her two deputies, Mr. Madusile and Madam Georgina Mankwa, are expected to appear before the Chief Justice here on the compound. I've been interacting with some of the workers here. A lot of them are tight-lipped on the issue. They say they don't want to speak to the issue for fear of being victimized. A woman that I spoke to here tells me that even though the petition, we are told, came from the Electoral Commission and was from some concerned workers of the Electoral Commission, she's yet to see the real faces are behind the petition. She says usually the matter would come up in their office. A security man that I spoke to here on this compound tells me that Madam Charlotte Osai herself is not in the office today. And that was confirmed by another worker that I had interaction with. He tells me that he has a source on the premises of the Supreme Court, and that source has communicated to him that he has seen the Electoral Commissioner herself, Madam Charlotte Osai, together with her lawyer in the presence of the Electoral Commission earlier today. That was sometime around 12 o'clock p.m. That source actually mentioned to one of the workers here that Madam Solatosai came to the Supreme Court together with one of their deputies, that is Mr. Amadou Sule. We are also told that the other deputy, Madam Georgina Mankwa, has also been seen at the premises of the Supreme Court, and this has been confirmed by one of the workers here who says his source at the Supreme Court has confirmed that to him. If you come here to the Electoral Commission, work is going on normal at the Human Resource Department. I went there at the General Services Department also. We were there to check for ourselves. Work is going on normal in all the two Block 7 as offices for the Electoral Commission. Work is going on as normal with, with just a little activity on the compound itself. A lot of the people are in their offices. Some of them are also going for their lunch at the time that we arrived here. A lot of them will not speak to us for fear of being victimized. They don't want to speak to us on camera. Even when we told them that we just want to gather some information from them, they were not willing to speak to us for fear of being victimized.